Busy Beaver drug dealer Reginald Wooding Jr. used Mama's car to take driver's license test. He brought along his cash and his gun and his drugs. This is the case of the Dimwit drug dealer. Dateline, Glen Burnie, Maryland. How dumb can a drug dealer be? It takes a certain amount of skill, trickery, and salesmanship to become a successful drug dealer. Then again, most of a drug dealer's customers aren't exactly rocket scientists, as after all, they are buying the drugs to use to make their minds boggle even more than takes place normally. This is a story of a drug dealer who might want to consider another line of work. Maryland State Police spokesman Greg Shipley reports that on August 6, 2018, Reginald D. Wooding Jr., 22, of 1203 North Augusta Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland, was waiting in line for his mother's car to take his driving test at the Motor Vehicle Administration office in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Police say that an MVA driver's license examiner became suspicious when she smelled what she thought was the aroma of wacky tobacco coming from Wooding's mama's car, and contacted a Maryland State Trooper who was working on overtime at an assignment at the MVA. The trooper confirmed the strong odor of marijuana wafting from Wooding's car, which led to a search of the vehicle, which led to the discovery of 1 pound of marijuana, a scale, more than $15,000 in suspected drug-related cash, and a 9mm Glock handgun with a loaded 30-round magazine. Wooding was placed under arrest prior to his turn for the driving test. That's right. This bozo lost $15,000 in cash, his pot, his gun, his scale, and a temporary setback in his multi-level marketing business, and he didn't even get his daggone driver's license. Now that is one silly fool. Wooding was charged by Maryland State Trooper Daniel Wynn with more than a dozen counts of, just in case reader isn't aware that the Maryland system of providing public defenders includes providing free attorneys for drug dealers, and the screening process to determine eligibility needs to be thrown out and a new system implemented, then this story might make you furious enough to call your lawmaker from your district. Because after processing at the State Police Glen Burnie Barrack, Wooding was taken for an initial appearance before a court commissioner. He was released on a $7,500 unsecured bond. Wooding was issued a public defender eligibility certificate in spite of the fact that his loose cash when he was arrested included the $15,000. While those seized funds won't be available to Wooding to use to pay for an attorney, the fact that he had thousands of dollars on hand and he was immediately released from jail indicates that he will be right back on the streets selling enough dope to pay for his own attorney. Charges of driving without a permit, fleeing and eluding a police officer filed on December 15, 2016 in Baltimore City Circuit Court were dumped by Baltimore City State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby on February 2nd of 2017. Wooding entered a guilty plea to a drug dealing charge in Baltimore City Circuit Court on September 23, 2016, and in a plea deal with Mosby was given a verdict of probation before judgment with a fine of $100. In both of these two cases, Wooding didn't opt for a free attorney. Instead, he hired Roland Brown of Baltimore City, who arranged the easy plea deals.